Once upon a time, in a small, picturesque town, there lived a young woman named Lily. She was known far and wide for her radiant smile and the kindness she showed to everyone she met. Her heart, however, carried a heavy burden, a promise made and unfulfilled. Lily's life had been filled with laughter and joy until she met Alex, a charming and talented artist who had just moved to the town. Their love was intense and immediate, and they soon found themselves inseparable. Alex was a dreamer, and he promised Lily the world. One warm summer evening, under a sky painted with hues of orange and pink, they stood on a hill overlooking the town. Hand in hand, they made a promise to each other. They would chase their dreams together and never let anything come between them. The years went by, and they did just that. They traveled to distant places, created beautiful art, and experienced the world's wonders side by side. But as time passed, Alex's dream became an obsession. He wanted to be the most famous artist, and it led him away from Lily. One day, he received a prestigious art residency in a far-off city. Lily wanted to go with him, but he was adamant that this was a solo journey. He promised it would only be a year and he would come back to her. Lily, torn between love and ambition, reluctantly agreed to stay behind. That year turned into 2, then 3. And Alex's calls became infrequent. The promise they had made on that hill lost its luster. Lily, who had been so full of life, became a mere shadow of herself. She missed him terribly, her heart aching with every day that passed. One evening, a letter arrived from Alex, saying that he had found success beyond his wildest dreams, but he no longer wanted to be with her. The pain was unbearable. Lily's world crumbled, and she realized that the promise they had made had been shattered. She retreated into herself, finding solace in the quiet corners of their small town. The smiles that once filled her face were replaced by tears, and her laughter was silenced by a heavy heart. Years passed, and Alex's fame continued to grow, but it was a hollow success, for he had lost the one who had believed in him when no one else did. He often looked at the stars and remembered the promise he had broken. One day, he received news of Lily's passing. The light in his life had gone out, and he was left with a darkness that no amount of success could fill. He realized too late that he had sacrificed the most precious thing in his life for ambition. The town mourned Lily's passing, remembering her for the love, kindness, and the promise she had carried. Alex returned to the town, now a broken man, with the weight of regret heavy on his shoulders. As he stood on the same hill where they had made that fateful promise, he whispered an apology to the wind, hoping that somewhere, somehow, Lily would hear his words and forgive him for the promise he could never fulfill. The broken promise had cost him the love of his life, and it was a price too high to pay. Years after Lily's passing, the town had never forgotten her and the love she had shared with Alex. Her memory lived on, and the town had become a place of peace and reflection, just as she had wished. Alex, still carrying the weight of regret, stayed in the town, often visiting the hill where they had made their promise. He began to channel his feelings of remorse into his art. His paintings, though tinged with sadness, were filled with love and emotion. His work became renowned not for fame, but for its heartfelt honesty. One day, while exhibiting his art in a local gallery, Alex met a young woman named Mia. She was drawn to his paintings, not knowing the story behind them. As they talked, she saw the pain in his eyes and learned of the promise he had broken. Mia, too, was an artist, and she had experienced the cost of ambition. She shared her own story of lost love and dreams forsaken. Together, they found solace in each other's company, and their shared experiences began to heal their wounds. In time, their friendship grew into a deep and profound love. Together, they continued to create art, but this time It was art born from love and understanding. They supported each other's dreams without sacrificing the most precious thing in life, their love for one another. As the years passed, Alex and Mia became known not for their individual fame, but for the love they shared. They often visited Lily's grave, leaving flowers and whispers of gratitude for her memory. In this happier ending, the broken promise led to new beginnings. Alex and Mia had found in each other what had been missing in their lives, and they fulfilled the promise of supporting one another through all the ups and downs, rekindling the spirit of love and art that Lily had once known.